For more on a CNBC exclusive is Crocs CEO Andrew Rees. Andrew, great to have you back. The expectations were high. You surpassed them. We've been covering the collaborations. Is that what's making Crocs cool again?
Yeah, it's one of the important factors, right? So as you talked about in your introduction there, the collaboration we released with Justin Bieber. But if you look over the last 12 weeks, we actually released 12 different collaborations with different entities around the world. Justin was one of the biggest ones with his own in-house brand, Drew House. And that's an important factor. But there's a lot of other things we're doing right relative to products, relative to distribution, pricing, and promotion as well. So it's one of the important factors.
Talk about some of those things you're doing, particularly as it relates to the kind of outlook that you gave Wall Street. It wasn't formal guidance, but I think you said double-digit sales growth into the holiday season. How do you see that happening?
Yeah, so in Q3, we achieved about 16% sales growth on a global basis, which obviously is exceptional in these times. As we look to Q4, we're fully expecting to be able to grow between 20 and 30%. So that's obviously a really strong performance. And as you mentioned in your introduction, digital is an important part of that. So digital grew 36% last quarter and represented 38% of our total sales. And when we talk about digital, we're talking about our own websites, but we're also talking about our major e-tail partners around the world. So being able to reach our customers, the consumers, wherever they are shopping from home is really critical in terms of that growth. But we're also growing in wholesale. So there are relationships with our major wholesale partners, whether they be sporting goods stores, whether they be family footwear chains, et cetera, and also specialty athletic. That's been really strong in terms of being able to reach our customers. So they're seeing really strong sell-throughs. They're reordering, and we're driving our business with exceptional growth.
Andrew, I'm so interested in the idea of the collaborations, and particularly, as Sarah worded it in her first question, whether they have helped make Crocs cool again. I mean, do you see yourself as a trendy fashion brand or as something that's, in fact, quite the opposite, just comfortable for people to wear at home who don't care whatever about fashion and trends at all?
Look, I think it's both, Wilfred. So we're certainly on trend, right? And I think that's partly of our own making, but it's partly of where the consumer is today. So we put ourselves on trend. We've ignited the consumer's imagination with these collaborations. One of the keys to those collaborations has been the very broad tapestry. It could be a fashion designer. It could be a musician. It could be a store. It could be another brand. So we've collaborated with a lot of different people. And in fact, you probably saw the KFC collaboration, even a fast food brand earlier this year. So that's really ignited the consumer's imagination. But on top of that, as you look at the pandemic and the things that we did through the pandemic, giving away over 860,000 pairs of shoes to frontline healthcare workers, I think that really appealed to a much broader set of people. And then as you look at the very nature of our brand and the very nature of our product, I think we're right for where the consumer is today. We provide functional benefits, easy on off, easy to clean, great value. We also provide emotional benefits, which is the excitement that we bring to the table with our collaborations, with our color, and with our graphics.
Just need to add a business show partnership to your list of collaborations, and you've completed the full suite there. Andrew,
we should talk about that.
That might not help you appear cool, though. In terms of collaborations more broadly, particularly with some of those high-profile celebrities like Justin Bieber, does the sort of payoff per dollar you have to give to the person you're collaborating with, does that yield as much as it used to? Does it yield more? How are the economics on that sort of partnership?
Yeah, it absolutely pays off. We believe it pays off. It's a win-win. It pays off for us, and it pays off with the entities that we're collaborating with, whether that's an individual or a business. And as we look at the economics of the arrangements, they make a lot of sense to both parties. And from our perspective, we think the individual shoe that we're selling pays off, but it also just drives that attention. It drives hundreds of thousands of people to our website, allows us to collect information on those people and be able to develop a relationship with them. And the breadth of those collaborations brings all sorts of different people to the website. We did a collaboration earlier this quarter also with Bad Bunny, so a completely different population to the Justin Bieber population. And when you add the two together, that's incredibly powerful.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.